Welcome to Film and Page. I'm Dominic, and in this video I'm going to be talking about filmmaker David Lynch. So I recently did a video about why I love Dune 1984 and how that movie was my gateway drug into the world of Frank Herbert and his books. But I mentioned in that video that not only that, I would become a fan of David Lynch through the 1984 Dune as well. So I never became a proper fan of the Dune books until I was in my early 20s. I had known since I was a late teen that it was a science fiction novel and that the 84 Dune was based on it, but it wasn't until I was in my early to mid 20s that I started reading the books and got really into the books. Now fast forward a few years down the road to 2007, and I was working up north in a town called Grand Prairie. And one night after work, I wandered into a local Walmart, and there they had a big bin of DVDs for sale, TV shows for sale on DVD, box sets, all really cheap. And that night I picked up 3 of them. I picked up Planet of the Apes, which I think was only 1 season, Alien Nation, and the third one was Twin Peaks. Now, Twin Peaks was a show that I was vaguely aware of. I remember hearing about it in the early 90s, and I would hear about it here and there, but it was a show I never ever got to see when it was originally on, so I really didn't know anything about it. So when I picked up that box set and saw who was in the show, it had Kyle MacLachlan in it, he was in Dune, and it was written by David Lynch. Written and directed. So I was immediately fascinated by it, and when I bought it, I started watching an episode a night. And I just absolutely loved it. I was totally hooked on the show. And it was a show that when it was at its best, it was firing on all cylinders. I mean, I loved everything about it. I loved the music. I loved the cast. And the setting, the mountain town. And I loved like the quirky humor that was in the show. Even though it had like this dark side to it. I loved all the little mysteries that David Lynch interwoven through that show. And it was just a show that when it was good, it fired on all cylinders. It was amazing. The only time the show started to sway on me, or when I didn't find it all that good or not at its best, is when the murder of Laura Palmer got solved. I thought that was a big mistake, and it's too bad that they did that and it didn't go more seasons. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the politics was behind that, but I know it was something that David Lynch didn't want. And then after that, I went on to see the movie Blue Velvet, that also starred Kyle MacLachlan, and the other movie was Lost Highway, with Bill Pullman, I think, was in that one. Now, David Lynch has done about 10 movies, and so there's still a lot of his movies that I haven't seen yet. But his most recent work that I've watched is Twin Peaks Season 3. And that's amazing. That is an amazing run. And what I like about that one is it is David Lynch with, I mean, the chains are off. He's totally like, it's full David Lynch with no restraints. Twin Peaks Season 3. It is just crazy. It's insane. And it has a really strange ending. And I remember thinking that there was always going to be a season 4, but it never ever happened. I guess it was always meant to wrap up at season 3. And it didn't have like a conventional ending. And I didn't really know what to make of the ending. And that's the thing about David Lynch. I don't know how much broad appeal he has with just the general audiences, because that show did not have a conventional ending to it at all. And he's a filmmaker that he doesn't spoon feed you anything. It's up to you. You got to figure it out. You got to put the pieces together. And that's what's kind of cool about the shows. There's all these little mysteries and symbols and things in there that I always kind of like that kind of stuff. So there's more to it, to the viewing experience. It's not just like a one pass and that's it. It's not like just a roller coaster ride. And unfortunately, David Lynch passed away this year back in January, and I don't think you'll ever see another filmmaker quite like that. He had a really unique style, and just his films had this unique feel to them. And yeah, he's one of my favorite filmmakers. If I had to make a top 10 list, I think he would definitely be in the top 5. And there's still more of his movies I've got to track down. When I talk about Dune 1984 and how it got me into Frank Herbert and the Dune books, it also got me into David Lynch. And that's everything I have to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. I'd like to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you all in helping this channel grow. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded.